2026, and the adventure motorcycle world has been shaken once again. Yamaha, a name etched deep into the DNA of motorcycling, has resurrected one of its most loved names in a brand new form, the Yamaha XT200, a bike that promises simplicity, ruggedness, and adventure in a world where motorcycles are becoming increasingly complex and overloaded with electronics. But this isn't just a nostalgic throwback. No, the XT200 of 2026 is Yamaha's bold attempt to reintroduce a lightweight, versatile, go-anywhere motorcycle for a new generation of riders, blending tradition with innovation in a way that only Yamaha could. For those who have followed the XT series, you know the legacy runs deep. From the original XT500 that conquered the Paris-Dakar rallies of the 1970s, to the XT600, and later the XT660Z Tenere that became staples for long-distance adventurers. The XT badge has always stood for freedom. Freedom from the paved roads, freedom from heavy complexity, and freedom to explore where few dare to go. But in recent years, the XT line had quietly disappeared, replaced by bigger machines like the Tenere 700 and XT1200. The essence of lightweight exploration seemed lost, until now. The 2026 XT200 is Yamaha's response to a world craving simplicity. At its heart is a newly engineered 200cc liquid-cooled, single-cylinder engine. Modest in size but mighty in spirit, it produces a balance of efficiency and power that makes it perfect for riders both new and seasoned. Yamaha didn't chase horsepower wars here. Instead, they focused on usability. Smooth torque delivery across the rev range, enough grunt to tackle steep trails, yet efficient enough to sip fuel lightly on long journeys. For those who remember the old-school XT200 from decades ago, this new version feels like a spiritual successor, but modernized for today's riders. The chassis has been built around versatility. Yamaha used a lightweight steel semi-double cradle frame designed for durability and easy repair in remote conditions. With a curb weight of just around 135 kilograms, the XT200 is one of the lightest dual-purpose bikes in its class. That's not just a number, it's freedom you can feel every time you flick it through tight trails or when you're forced to pick it up after a fall. For riders intimidated by heavy adventure bikes, this machine is a refreshing return to the basics. Suspension travel is generous, offering over 220 millimeters in the front and 210 millimeters in the rear. It's not over-the-top Dakar rally spec, but perfectly tuned for real-world riding, whether bouncing across dirt tracks, cruising over pothole-ridden city roads, or gliding along gravel highways. Ground clearance of 280 millimeters ensures obstacles like rocks, logs, and curbs are nothing more than minor inconveniences. Yamaha has kept the wheels traditional, a 21-inch up front and an 18-inch in the rear. Both spoked, both ready for off-road rubber. This setup emphasizes the bike's true purpose, adventure, and utility. Braking is handled by pedal-style discs at both ends with dual-channel ABS. But here's the kicker. Yamaha includes an off-road ABS mode, allowing riders to switch the rear off for more control on dirt. It's a nod to the enthusiasts who want their machines to feel like proper off-roaders, not watered-down city bikes with adventure stickers. Visually, the XT200 blends retro with modern. The silhouette is unmistakably XT upright, slim, purposeful. But details bring it into 2026. LED headlight in a classic round housing, a minimalistic digital LCD dash with essential info, and sharp graphics that pay homage to the Dakar-winning XTs of old. Available colors include a traditional Yamaha blue, a rugged desert sand, and a stealthy matte black for those who prefer subtlety. One of Yamaha's most brilliant touches is the simplicity of maintenance. The XT200 is designed to be a bike that can be repaired on the side of the road with basic tools. The air filter can be swapped in minutes, the spark plug is easily accessible, and oil changes are straightforward. Yamaha even designed the plastics and seat with quick-release mechanisms, knowing that riders may need to access critical parts quickly during long expeditions. But don't mistake simplicity for lack of technology. The 2026 XT200 comes with smartphone connectivity through Yamaha's MyRide app. Riders can track routes, share adventures, and even check basic maintenance reminders directly on their phones. There's no overcomplication here. No massive touchscreens or endless rider modes. Just enough tech to support the adventure lifestyle without overshadowing the bike's pure character. The XT200 is clearly built for a wide range of riders. Beginners will appreciate the manageable power and low seat height of 835 millimeters. Commuters will love the fuel efficiency, which is rumored to push well over 35 kilometers per liter, making it a practical everyday machine. Off-road enthusiasts will relish its nimble handling, rugged suspension, and lightweight design. And for seasoned adventure riders, the XT200 could serve as the perfect second bike, a minimalist companion for when the big, heavy adventure tours feel like overkill. On the road, the XT200 is calm, composed, and forgiving. It cruises happily at highway speeds, though it's not built for triple-digit sprints. On dirt trails, it transforms into a playful partner, urging you to push your limits. Every twist of the throttle, every flick of the handlebars, every bump in the terrain reminds you of what motorcycling is truly about: freedom and connection with the environment around you. Yamaha has priced the XT200 competitively, aiming it squarely at riders who want affordable adventure without compromising quality. This is a bike for the dreamers, the travelers, the commuters, and the weekend warriors. A bike that doesn't demand perfection or prestige, but rewards courage and curiosity. And here's where the story takes a twist. Rumors have already begun to circulate that Yamaha is preparing an entire XT lineup revival. The XT200 is just the beginning. Insiders whisper of a new XT400 and even a modern XT660Z in the works. Yamaha appears to be bringing back the full spectrum of XT machines, re-establishing a dynasty that many thought was gone forever. If true, this means the XT200 is not just a standalone model, it's the spark of a new fire, a rebirth of Yamaha's most adventurous bloodline. So what does the 2026 Yamaha XT200 really represent? It represents possibility. It represents simplicity in a complicated world. It represents Yamaha's acknowledgement that not every rider wants or needs a 200-kilogram, 100-horsepower monster to feel alive. Sometimes the smallest engine, the lightest frame, and the simplest design are all it takes to create unforgettable adventures. As the sun sets on a dusty trail, as the XT200 hums quietly beneath you, you begin to understand what Yamaha has given the world in 2026. Not just a motorcycle, but an invitation. An invitation to leave behind the noise, the stress, and the clutter, and rediscover the joy of exploration on two wheels. And here's the surprise we promised at the start. Yamaha has hinted that the first 5,000 units of the XT200 will come with a special adventure kit. This includes factory-fitted crash guards, soft panniers, a skid plate, and even a GPS tracker. It's Yamaha's way of saying, we're not just selling you a motorcycle, we're sending you on an adventure. For riders around the world, the wait is finally over. The XT200 has arrived, and with it, a new era of simple, accessible, and exciting adventure has begun. This is Z Auto Advisor, bringing you the latest, the boldest, and the most exciting news from the world of motorcycles. Stay tuned, because if the XT200 is the opening chapter, the rest of Yamaha's XT story is going to be one for the ages.